Visuals, welcome back to the channel and welcome. Fuck me, the lighting is fucking horrendous. We'll just keep going around in like a big old fucking oh no, it's all fucking that'll do. We'll just get back nice fat. I look extra. I don't know if it's because this old John Cena shirt's too fucking. I need a new work shirt and I'm making an old John Cena shirt my work shirt. I don't know if it's just. What a way to start wrestling predictions, just like, the lighting's really shit. We've got the spotlight on, hopefully that's made it a little bit better. But yes, Visuals, welcome back to the channel. It is time to give our predictions for this weekend's WWE WWE Backlash. St. Louis, we've got Gravity Falls playing. Oh shit, that might be some Disney copyright shit right there. WWE Backlash, St. Louis. I'm very much looking forward to this. Now, I am in agreement with a lot of the wrestling fans out there where this has been a relatively unsuccessful build-up for a PLE. The storyline's going in. There's one or two that have had a little bit of groundwork put in, but there's nothing with some real in-depth stuff put in. But that being said, I think it might have a good payoff. So it could be all... Well, at the minute, we've got 5 confirmed and 1 speculated match. Because at the time of recording, we've had Raw. We've got 1 more SmackDown to go, and that's it. The show will be on. So the 5 confirmed. The build-ups haven't been great, but the payoffs I genuinely do think will be quite fun and quite decent. I think the matches themselves and the overall card of the show will be a fun show. Like I said, we've got Randy Orton, Cena, Randy Orton one last time and stuff, which I'm looking forward to, and we'll get to all as we do the predictions. But yeah, a rough, horribly-ish sort of build-up to the show, but it could be a really, really good show. So we'll start off with our first prediction, which is a bit of a question mark, and we'll get on with that, and away we go. But like I said, let me know yours. I didn't even say it. Yeah, let me know your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. I want to know what you think about the show, whether you're on the same trail of thought as me. Maybe you've enjoyed the build-up to this. I know it's, what, we 3 weeks out from WrestleMania. It's usually WrestleMania start of April. They did it, like, for us in the UK, it was Bank Holiday weekend. It's like, what was it, the 18th, 19th, that sort of fucking time. So obviously there's only a little bit in between. It's only a little bit of time in between WrestleMania and Backlash. And as Santi's pointed out, usually Backlash is for, you know, WrestleMania Backlash, the fallout of what happened at WrestleMania. But we're not going to go that route this year. But anyway, Visuals, that's enough of the intro. I've rambled on about lighting and shit for too long. Let's get on with the predictions. And on my notes, kicking us off, not confirmed, but last night's episode of Raw showed another interaction with the pair of them, and it's Jey Uso defending his heavyweight title against Logan Paul, potentially. Now, we know the storyline with Seth and Punk come back last night. Again, at the time of recording, it was last night. And all that happened, and so Seth got attacked by Punk, so he won by way of disqualification, whether or not, I didn't even know if the bell rang on that, but whatever. Jey Uso then gets sparked out by Logan Paul at the end of everything and whatnot. They haven't confirmed out. They've not said anything on social media at the time of recording, but it's massively speculated. They're obviously going to have a match at some point. Will it happen at Backlash? I'm not sure. Maybe Jey Uso opens up the show and is like, oh, yeah, yo, yeet, and all this shit. Just bring out Logan Paul and away we go. We have a match. So I'm going to predict that it will happen. And if it does happen on the show, I'm going to predict Jey Uso retains. I think Logan Paul's a good little stepping stone for Jey Uso's first real defense. You know, maybe get a couple of weeks, maybe a few more goes around on Raw or whatever after Backlash, and then onto his next challenge, his next big boss. But yeah, Jey Uso, if this match does happen, Jey Uso is definitely retaining. Next up, we'll go for Dominic Mysterio against Penta. Now, this is a weird one because we all love that Dominic won the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, and I want him to have it for a while, but he's the kind of champion where it doesn't matter if he has the championship for a week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months, where he can just drop it off wherever the people still, you know, either get behind him or if they still want to boom, they still boom. He'll still get some sort of reaction. It doesn't do any sort of... Because you don't see Dominic Mysterio as like a Braun Breaker, a Drew McIntyre, a Roman Reigns sort of big powerhouse threat. You see him as wormy and slimy and sort of getting the wins in as and when he can. And I don't think it will hurt his character or his stock or his credibility if he were to lose it so close after winning it. So it is a funny one because I just don't know. Because again, they could drop the ball on a title change involving Dominic Mysterio whenever they want. And I don't know. My head's telling me to retain, he'll retain, but my heart's saying go for no Penta. He's had a couple of goes at the IC title now. He's had a couple of hiccups and slip-ups every now and then. Is it time to pull the trigger on Penta? Does Chad Gable get involved? We know the Chad Gable thing going on with Penta. Does that happen? He got involved last night at Raw. We're going to say Dominic Mysterio retains. Yeah, we're going to say Dominic Mysterio. Next up, we have Jacob Fatu defending his United States title against Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, and LA Knight. Hopefully you said it in there, whoever was watching the video. Hopefully at least one of you said it, or else that, which was fucking cringe. And again, another jam-packed A-list starred match going on here. Fatal 4-way for the United States title. This should be really, really fun. And this is probably the only one that's got some real sort of storyline built into it. Jacob Fatu taking it from LA Knight at WrestleMania. Priest getting involved. Drew and Priest having their own little bit of history. It's a one with some real substance. Is that the fucking right word? Going into it. I think it's obvious, though. I think it's an obvious retention for Jacob Fatu. I don't think he's going to lose this United States title for a good while. Maybe not all the way up until SummerSlam that weekend. He'll have backup from, Solo will get involved somewhere. I know it's a Fatal 4-way anyway, so he can get involved in any way, shape, or form. Come in, give him a chair, give him this, help out. Samoan Spike to, Damien or whatever. And I think it will be Damien that takes the pinfall as well. By obviously Jacob, because he has to do the pinfall or be involved in it to retain his title. So yeah, I think this might be a really cool match. I think it's contender for match of the night. I think it's going to be so much fucking fun. It's going to be carnage, it's going to be chaos. 4 absolute giants in there. The crowd should be on their feet, and it should be electric when these 4 boys are out there doing the thing. Jacob Fatu, though, 110% retaining. A match that should just be fun and a good build-up for whatever Gunther's doing next, but it's Pat McAfee up against Gunther, and this one should be a straight squash match from Gunther. Yes, there should be maybe a moment in the match where, Pat McAfee's been getting absolutely smashed for 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, and then he gets a couple of jabs in there, or he gets one move in there, or he gets some sort of takedown or a near pin. He just quickly scoops up and gets a close 1, 2 and a kick out. But the Gunther should absolutely destroy this. As many chops as he wants. Slams. What the fuck's his finisher at the minute? It kind of changes a lot with fucking Gunther, doesn't it? Anything that he wants to put in there. And at the end, he gets the win. Bell goes and he's still just beating him down. Maybe Michael Cole tries to stop it. He gets hit. Something has to happen at the end of this for Gunther to build on going forward, whether that be a returning star or getting himself back in the main event picture and somehow including himself in the United States picture. I don't know. However they're going to do it, but it needs to just be a stepping stone for Gunther to carry on and demolish Pat McAfee, then go on and onto his next big task, getting him back into that main event picture scene. So Gunther with an absolute destruction on Pat McAfee. Lyra Valkyria against Becky Lynch. And, of course, Lyra is defending her Women's Intercontinental Championship. And I guess, actually, no, this is another one that's got a little bit of storyline going on with Becky Lynch returning at WrestleMania, teaming up with her, taking the women's tag titles, but then obviously losing them on Raw, then her turning on her, and then she wants that Intercontinental title back. Or, I say back, she wants that Intercontinental title off her, but she wants to get the win back from the match I had in NXT a little while back. This one, as well, there's the Bayley sort of element at play here. Whether Bayley gets involved or causes a distraction or stops Becky winning, I'm not sure. I feel like Lyra is probably going to retain. What is she? I don't know how heavy we've been on Lyra at the minute. I don't know how over she is. Yeah, we like her and she's cool, but she's not on that pedestal yet. But maybe beating someone like Becky, and it'll be a defeat again for her if she does, will help elevate her character and put some more stock into her. Yeah, you know what? For the long-term story, Lyra Valkyria should and will retain. As he questions himself, Lyra Valkyria for the win. And finally, the greatest of all time, John Cena, defended his undisputed WWE Championship against Randy Orton in Randy Orton's hometown. We're in St. Louis. One last time it's been captioned and whatnot. And again, this one, no real build-up to it, but it didn't need much of a build-up. It's Randy Orton, it's Cena. There's enough of a legacy there. There's enough of history there for us to want this match with 1 week's notice, a day's notice, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's one last go-around with Cena. Now, the outcome of this match is nice and easy for me. I don't think Cena's going to lose it. There's no point Cena doing this whole mission of, I'm going to destroy wrestling, I'm going to do this. He gets to his first title defense 3 weeks after Mania, and he loses his title. That's not going to happen. It's the way about, it's how it's going to be done. It's whether there's Travis Scott elements at play. It's whether Cena cheats himself. There's people online saying they should call back to the time he slapped the ref and all that kind of shit. There's a lot of stuff you could figure out and put into this to keep, because he needs to keep Randy Orton looking strong. He's in his hometown. He needs to be able to end the night with his hand held high in some way, shape, or form. I think he announced as well, didn't it? His family going to be there and whatnot. Cena obviously saying he wants to destroy the legacy and the Orton name, which is, Randy Orton's not going to stand for that. It's a tricky one because, like I said, Cena will walk away still champion. It's whether we get a nice clear-cut win, if he disqualifies himself, if he counts himself out, something stupid where he doesn't lose the title and still looks like a horrible, nasty sort of little bad guy, even though in my eyes he will always be the ultimate good guy. I still can't see him as a bad guy, but I'm trying my hardest. He is still the good guy. So yeah, the easiest one, Cena will retain. It's a case of what's going to happen. How's Orton going to look at the end of the card? Does The Rock make a fucking rare appearance, even though he's annoyed quite a few fans later with some comments and stuff that he had on the Pat McAfee show and shit. But I guess, like I said, the easy one is Cena will retain. It's the how about it all. It's the distractions. It's the shenanigans. Surely WWE've heard the backlash about the Travis Scott in Cena's last Mania. Surely it can't just be that. Don't call me Shirley. Surely it can't just be, Travis Scott Cena done dusted. I'm going to see Cena gets himself disqualified. Cena takes it over the top. Cena, all of a sudden, you remember back in WrestleMania 31, whichever it was, when it was Bray Wyatt up against Cena and they'll, come on, use a chair. That kind of shit where he will, do you know what, fuck it. The shit we've had together, I'm just going to, bust you over with a chair. I'm going to do something. And then maybe somebody comes down to help Orton and, Orton gets a final RKO in there. Because obviously there's got to be a few big RKO moments in there. It's his hometown. It's one last go around with Cena and Orton. And as well, they need to end it in a way where Orton doesn't get himself back in because he can't capture it the one last time for it to not to be one last time. So they need to write this perfectly and obviously think a lot better than I can. I'd be awful at booking and shit. But yeah, Cena will retain. How it happens is fucking anybody's guess. And there we are, visuals and my predictions for WWE Backlash, St. Louis Backlash 2025. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you think of my predictions. Hopefully we've ended up looking all right, even though we're getting ready to go to work in a couple of hours and shit, we're looking fucking minging as per usual. But hopefully looking forward to the show. I cannot wait. The worst thing is, to be fair though, as soon as the show finishes, I'll get a couple hour kip. Newcastle play at 12 o'clock against Chelsea. I will be going to the game, get myself over the tune. Fingers crossed we get a massive 3 points. So I don't have a stress-free weekend. I've got a nightmare of a weekend, biting my nails at, how's this all going to play out? Fucking, oh my God, is Fatu going to retain? Come on, even though I want LA Knight to win, but come on, Fatu, are you going to do it? But yeah, it should be a good weekend. But more importantly, people, thank you so much for watching. That's been another wrestling predictions. But more importantly, remember to always keep being you and keep on keeping on.